Pridnestrovie is one of the most unusual countries in the territory of the former Soviet Union. Only 240 kilometers in length and 30 kilometers wide, it is a landlocked territory located between Moldova and Ukraine. Every year, tourists come to Pridnestrovie to see what life is like in a so-called unrecognized republic. In order to dispel some of the rumors about our country, we invite you to take a virtual tour with us. In the far north is the Kamenka district, home to some of the most picturesque nature in the country. Kamenka is known for its lush parks and fertile hillsides on which vineyards have been thriving for centuries. Several small towns are found in Kamenka, including Grashkov, where a Jewish synagogue, a Catholic church, and an Orthodox church are all situated in a row. And this is Ribnica district. One of the most beautiful areas of the country, Ribnica is a natural paradise of vast forests and crystal clear mountain streams. Ribnica is also home to one of the largest industrial complexes in the country, the Moldavian Metallurgical Plant. The plant has been awarded 14 international prizes and supplies cold-rolled steel and other metal products throughout Europe and the CIS. As we head further south, we arrive in Dupasari district, home to a hydroelectric power plant. Although people have been living in the city of Dupasari for centuries, it was the construction of this power plant that led to the development of the modern city that we see here today. Another important destination in Dupasari is the vast Bukit Moldavi production complex. Its name in Russian means the bouquet of Moldova, as it uses local wild plants to flavor its more than 60 beverage products, including vermouths, teas, and wine. Continuing on towards Grigoriopol district, we absolutely must pause for a stop at the Yagorlik Wildlife Refuge. Registered in both the Eurasian Union of Reserves and the International Reserve Fund, Yagorlik is an important center of biodiversity. Grigoriopol district is a largely agricultural district where cereal crops such as wheat, barley, and corn are grown. When German pioneers were sent here by the Catherine the Great 200 years ago, they nicknamed the region Glückstal, or the Valley of Happiness. And this is the new Niametsky Orthodox Monastery located in the village of Kitskani. Founded in 1864, it is renowned for its massive 5-story tall bell tower. In the southeastern part of the country is the Kuchurgan Power Station. Built in the early 1960s, it can produce up to 1,400 megawatts of electrical power. And now we're in Bendri, one of the most mysterious and interesting locations in the country. Even its coat of arms is unusual, a resting lion with a human face that some people say is that of the Swedish king Charles XII, who was forced to seek refuge in Bendri after suffering a crippling defeat during the Battle of Poltava. Another interesting attraction in Bendri is the massive fortress that sits on the banks of the river Dniester. Founded in 1538 on the orders of Ottoman Emperor Suleiman the Magnificent, the fortress was the site of several battles over the century. Coming into Tiraspol, the first sight that greets visitors is a vast sports complex, including the only FIFA-approved football pitch in the region. Continuing on, we arrive in the beautiful capital of Pridnestrovie. Whether you wish to enjoy a contemplative walk along the banks of the river Dniester or stroll through the bustling city center, you can retrace the steps of the famous poet Alexander Pushkin, whose famous poem about the Battle of Poltava was composed here. Tiraspol is also an important industrial center in the country. It is home to Tirotex, one of the largest textile manufacturers in Europe, supplying high-street retailers from London to Moscow. Another important producer is Aquatir, which is home to one of the largest sturgeon breeding and caviar producing facilities in the world. Tiraspol is also home to Kvint, which has been making award-winning brandies and wines for more than 120 years. Pridnestrovie is a young nation that is justifiably proud of its accomplishments. It is home to the world's only high-impact polymer coins, some very picturesque nature, solemnly beautiful churches, and a dynamic cuisine that incorporates elements of traditional Russian, Moldovan, Ukrainian, and Bulgarian foods. But we hesitate to say more. Instead of us talking about our wonderful country, come see it for yourself.